That is why I literally look like so naked right now. You probably aren't used to seeing me like this. But before we do, I want to say thank you guys so much for the love and support I've gotten on how to start my luxury, or how I started my luxury picnic business video. It has over 5,000 views. It has, I think, over like 100 something thumbs up. So it gives me a lot of like hope to keep filming and keep helping other people out, and you know, keep showing how I started my business and ways that can help you, not only if you're doing a luxury picnic business, but any other type of, you know, business or a side hustle or anything like that. This is a channel for you. We're going to be talking all types of business. You know, I do talk about how I started my luxury picnic business, but you could apply what I've learned from this business to a lot of other businesses, especially the topic we're going to be talking about today. And this is organization and how I stay organized in my business. Even though I have a full-time job, I'm a full-time student, I do this business with my boyfriend, which is also kind of full-time because I'm working around the clock on it. So it's non-stop working on many things, many aspects. I'm also studying to go to law school. So it's a lot of things on my plate. And I also like to have this channel as like my little fun times and stuff. It is very, very important that I try to stay as organized as possible. Now, I'm going to keep talking, but as I do, we're going to start getting ready for my, be a little chit chat video. I'm going to be talking, I'm going to be doing my makeup. We're going to kind of have a little talk to talk, a little heart to heart moment. So we're actually going to be starting off with some moisturizer. I know I look very like oily right now. That is because I put on moisturizer earlier today, but it's very important to keep your face as moisturized as possible. And I have very dry skin. Even though it looks kind of oily, it's not. So it's very important to stay as hydrated as possible. And I will also try to link down below all of the products that I use. So we're going to be talking about organization and what I think is 100% necessary when you're starting off your own business. When you first start off your own business, there's a lot of things that you need to take into account, okay? So and this is like the crazy part that I didn't expect, is there's a lot of responsibility. My dad has had his own business for years, you know, and I always see him so well organized, and you know, he never misses a job. And the thing with him is because he has everything like well written, well noted. So I wanted something like that when I first started my business. And my boyfriend is very, very organized, and I want to thank him for that, because we knew that when we started this business, we had to stay organized. So that's going to be the topic of this video. Not only are we going to talk organization in your life, how to stay organized, not miss appointments. So embarrassing to have somebody say, hey, listen, like I have a picnic coming up and I have no idea of anything of that picnic. So yeah, so we're going to talk about organization in that sense, and then we're also going to be talking about organization as in organizing inventory. I know that's a pain in the butt. I have a lot of inventory. I'm going to try to put in a little picture. This is like, if I put in this picture of my inventory, this video that I had like a long time ago, that was pre what it is now. Since then, I've done bigger parties. We've done a lot of more stuff. So it is pretty crazy, and it has gotten a little bit crazy. I'm also going to be putting in some eye cream. I don't do this every single day. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I put on eye cream every day all the time, but I try to. It's very important. Also, if you are a luxury picnic owner and you're like me and you work out in the sun all the time, it's very important that you put on your sunscreen, and it's very, very important that you put on creams to stay hydrated. I'm going to show you guys my tan and how bad it is because I wear short sleeves. It's so embarrassing, it really is. But you know, guys, I'm telling you, it's so important you wear your sunscreen. I've learned it the hard way, and we've had to buy long sleeve shirts because it's just like getting out of hand. And it's very important that you take care of your skin, especially no matter the age, but especially if you're in the younger side starting this business. You really do need to protect yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set it. I love Jackie Aina. Oh, by the way, I have a drawer in front of me. If you hear any noise, it's because of that. So I love Jackie Aina, and I love how she sets her like creams, moisturizer, primer, anything with some Fit Me or any type of loose powder. It actually really does make a difference in the way that your makeup will apply. So don't worry if you have dry skin. It doesn't do anything, but it does help layer on the makeup. So let's keep talking. So when we first started off the business, I wanted something where people could, you know, because it's very like not annoying, but it's very disorganized when people ask me, or you know, I have to start asking questions like, hey, look, this is what I want, this is how many people I want, which we do by DM, you know, but whatever. When we first started off, I wanted something where it would be easy to know what people want. And I researched. I also didn't want to break the bank, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, because we're starting a business. You know, I don't want to spend so much money. There's a lot of money that goes into this business. Like I've said before, we're talking inventory, we're talking licensing, we're talking permits, we're talking insurance from a business. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of things that go into it. And honestly, sometimes it's very overwhelming. All nice and set, we're gonna actually mix a little bit of the It Cosmetics CC cream. It looks so gross, I'm so sorry. We're also gonna be mixing some Milani Conceal and Perfect. This is a really good drugstore foundation, so I highly recommend it. Only thing I don't like about this is I feel like sometimes it's a little bit heavy and breaks me out. Key is, if you guys watch Michaela on TikTok, I love her and I love all her like videos. If you guys have to apply the foundation, so not right here where your concealer would normally go. So I've been doing makeup since I've been 16. I love it. It's such an amazing like part of like, I don't know, I love when I do people's makeup and they just look so different, and not in a bad way. It just accentuates their natural beauty. You know, I really do like it, and I wish I could do it all the time. I used to do it like all the time, senior pictures, all of that, but I kind of stopped. So moving on to organization. So we found that HoneyBooks is what works best for our business, for what we do, it's just honestly overall really good. There's a lot of things that we don't use from HoneyBooks that we could get better at. For example, we don't use the payment options through HoneyBooks. And let me tell you guys why. So it does charge the customer 3%, which I don't mind, you know, if they have to do that. But I've learned, especially having a store. I used to have a makeup sponge store, and I used to sell shirts and stuff. People can do chargebacks, and you know, I've seen it in all types of business where people could do chargebacks. It's a lot harder for people to do chargebacks through Zelle. And what I mean by this is you perform the job, and then people say that you didn't do it, or you didn't do it they wanted, or whatever, and then their bank gives them back the money. Your bank makes you pay it back. So it's honestly kind of like a pain in the butt to do all of that, and I would highly suggest that you watch your back with that. I've seen it a lot, especially in my Facebook group, where girls ask where, you know, what type of method do you use to pay, and they'll use PayPal or Cash App, which is, oh my god, if you're gonna do your business, I would never ever suggest using a third-party app. I actually just got hacked into my PayPal like a couple days ago, and they took out $80 from my account. So I would not keep a business money in there, and there's no bash to PayPal. I've used it all the time, you know, whatever, but it's not smart, and people could dispute your claims. Sometimes the money doesn't come into your account on time. They take out a percentage, whereas though you could use Zelle, almost every single person that wants to book a picnic with you, if they don't know how to use Zelle, they'll find somebody who knows how to use Zelle, and they'll send you the money. I've had clients who've asked me for different ways to pay, and unfortunately I had to tell them no. And it's nothing bad. It's not that I don't trust people. It's that you should, as a business owner, you should want to protect yourself, protect your business. And there could be times where, for example, your deposit, maybe you don't do a refundable deposit, something happens, they contact their bank, and now they could get that back. You know, it's just, you have to protect yourself, and that is just the way to do it. You do it by Zelle, and never really had anybody complain about it. It's just like, oh, can I use this, can I use that? And I'll be like, no, look, unfortunately our business right now only accepts Zelle. I haven't tried HoneyBooks. I don't know their payments and how good they are and any of that. If you've had experience with HoneyBook in payment wise, I would love to know. I've heard a lot of good things about it, that it has sent reminders to customers, that it does a bunch of good stuff. So I would like to use it in that sense. But for right now, we're using Zelle. It's worked. Nobody's complained about it. And it's honestly amazing. You get the money instantly into your account. So that's pretty good. Now, let's talk the other aspects that I really do love about Honeybook. And what I really love and truly enjoyed about them is their organization. You start with making a client, so you make the contact, you put all their information in there, their address, not their address, you put their email address, and then they can fill out their information. So you make a contract. I have a contract. I used the general template that they provided for you. You know, I didn't hire an attorney. I didn't do all of that. I used their general contract, and then I went ahead and added in the provisions and what I thought what is necessary for my business and my rules and my policies and all. It's awesome. I use it for all of my clients, and you know, it's so easy. It sends an email directly to their email. They sign it, and I'm gonna tell you guys something. If you want to know if people are serious about your business booking a picnic with you, they will sign that contract, period. They will sign that contract. At the end of the day, it's your business, and people want to book a picnic with you. People want to do that memorable moment. We're gonna go in with some Fit Me concealer. So if you want to know if people are serious about booking a picnic with you and they're not just talking to you over Messenger and they're just asking you random questions because either they're getting ideas to start their own business, or because of, I don't know, I've seen it happen. People in my Facebook group have said that they've had people or potential clients reach out to them, and it wasn't even a potential client, it was somebody just trying to learn more about the business, which is fine. If you ever have any questions, ask, you know. But yeah, it's really important, because when people sign that contract, I think I've had every single person that signed the contract to book a picnic with me. It tells you exactly that it's a good way to invest in your company. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Honeybook cost me I think $7 a month. It's worth every penny. If you pass a $10,000 threshold, you actually have to pay $30 a month. I don't use Honeybooks for my payment. That's another reason I don't use it, is because why would I use it? Why would I use it when I could just go ahead and keep using what I do and it works perfect and I don't have to pay extra dollars a month? I don't know, that's just my opinion. Whatever, each their own. We're gonna use the Too Faced Pretty in Peach. This is in the color Warm Beige. It's actually like it's my tan tone, but it's actually my tan shade, but it's really pretty for when I wanna, like, for example, warm up my face a little bit. It's you guys, you need to, it's not bad for you to, you know, people to sign your contract. If anything, I feel like people like it more because they know you're serious. They know that you're a business that is well established, that they, you know, they want to ask you questions, they want to know things, and it just makes it look all organized. We also send a questionnaire to everybody who signs a contract, and the questionnaire just has questions like, what theme do you want, what add-ons do you want, and the reason we do that instead of, you know, when we also ask in the messages and stuff, is because it's very important to know these questions. And I love it when I go and I'm for example, we like to pack the night before the event, and I'm pretty sure mostly everybody does, just because it's a lot easier to have it already. I pack up everything, prepare anything that needs to be prepared, and put it in the wherever it needs to go. And when I do that, I love to look over the questionnaire, and the reason I do that is because I want to make sure that what I'm packing up, the theme I'm packing up, the add-ons I'm packing up, it's not extra, it's not the wrong theme. And sometimes people, and this happens to me all the time, they'll tell me, oh, I want boohoo, and then in the questionnaire they end up looking at our other themes and they want something else, and I can't go based off what they want in the message. I go based off when they answer in the questionnaire. The questionnaire is the last thing that they see, it's the last thing that they answer, and it's definitely, and a lot of the times they prefer it because they see all of their options. So I think of starting a business, whether it's event planning, picnic, anything, it's always good to have any type of questionnaire, especially for your own preferences. The other thing that I also use that I love, of course, is Google Calendar. I don't actually use the Google Calendar app. I use like the regular Apple Calendar. It's very inconvenient for me, and what I like to do is I just go ahead, oh my god, why is this happening? What I like to do is I just like to go ahead and use the Google Calendar. So the way it syncs, and the reason I like, okay, so I like using it and linking it to my regular calendar that's on my phone. So you know how you have your app, you could also add in different like mailboxes, and then I add any picnics that I have. Not only does my Honeybook connect to my calendar, I actually just use it through my, you know, my regular Gmail, my business Gmail, and I go ahead and add the events to the calendar that way. I click it, I write down what it needs to say. Oh, let's say it's Jennifer's Picnic from 1 to 3. The location, I always put the location, whether it's a house, beach, whatever. And then in the bottom, I like to make myself little notes. This person got this type of theme, this add-on, whatever, it's this occasion. So I know when I'm packing up and I'm looking for this weekend's picnics, I know exactly what's at our face. We're gonna be using the Fit Me powder. Once again, this stuff is great, by the way. I always was like connected. I always like loved my Airspun powder, but this stuff is awesome. And yeah, you just go ahead and just set your entire face. So as I was saying, it's awesome, and it's just so much more convenient, especially when my boyfriend and I are packing up to just look. I highly recommend it. It's a free tool as well, so it definitely does cut down on any expenses. But Honeybooks as well also like syncs their calendar. I just like the way I could customize it on my end. Also, what I like about it, and especially if you have a business partner, is you could both add the calendar to your phones, and any changes that are being made, not only do you see it, but so does your partner. So it's awesome. I mean, it's super cool. And if you have a business, I'm gonna tell you something. You need to start linking your personal events to your calendar, and let me tell you why. I had a Saturday where I had to do my nails in the morning, and I had a photo shoot that day, and then for like personal stuff, and then I also had a birthday party, and I had a potential picnic. So that was a lot happening in one day, and it, you know, my times got crossed over. Oh no, I didn't have a potential picnic. I had to get prepared for the next day, and it was a lot happening in one day. And if I didn't manage my time wisely, which I accidentally didn't put something on the calendar, something like that would have happened. If I didn't manage my time wisely, it would have ended not only very bad, because I would have probably missed one of those, or I would have been running late, or I would have been super tired packing up because I would have had to pack up late, etc. So anything you have throughout the day, let's say you have a picnic the next day and you don't think you should put it on your calendar, you need to block off time in your calendar to at least 2 hours to pack up everything, make sure everything's clean, make sure you have all of the utensils, everything you need, and that 2 hours, you know that you're set for the next day. Okay, so as you could see, I'm coming to life, you guys. And I go in again with the setting spray. Awesome. Oh my god, I feel like I always get creases underneath my eyes sometimes. I'm just like, why is that? This setting spray is awesome. If you guys want something when you're like working in the sun all the time, this stuff, awesome. I go ahead and use my favorite bronzer. My favorite bronzer has been like growing up, and I thought, you know, when you start learning about makeup, you learn that certain products you thought were good weren't good. But this stuff by Wet n Wild, it's in the Dulce de Leche shade, has been my go-to. Even their setting powders, guys, you can see it gets a little bit of the bronzer in there, but this stuff is awesome. It gives you such a nice color, and it's super inexpensive, and I've always just loved it. So if you guys want to know what my tried and true has been since I was very young, this stuff is awesome. It gives you just a nice glowy, not glowy, but bronzy look. It's very pretty. So that's my other organization. So we went over how I stay organized for my clients. So I do contracts, I do questionnaires, and once they sign everything and they give their deposit, of course, because people could sign and maybe they don't end up booking, could happen. Once they give their deposit, then I block off the space in my calendar. Do I hold spaces for people? Of course. If somebody says, look, like, give me whatever, I hold 24 hours, because this is the thing. Especially weekends, I work a full-time job, so Monday through Friday I don't take picnics unless it's like in the afternoon where I'm off work, or my boyfriend could go, or I could go, or Fridays, for example, I have off, so I could go ahead and, you know, take picnics during those times. But besides that, I have a very limited window where I could take picnics, and I try that to get everybody's request in. So if somebody can't do it, you know, they want to do it for a weekday, I always try to give them a weekend day. And I can't hold spots for longer periods than 24 hours. I can, because I can't hold on a weekend spot when that's the only time I'm available. So if somebody really wants that weekend spot and it's in the same week or whatever, Then if somebody really wants a spot, then they need to give a deposit. We're gonna go ahead and use the same bronzer, and we're gonna kind of put it in the crease. I'm just using whatever brush. It's not even, it's a off brush. It's not even like the best blending brush. I just want to get up and get my other brushes. So as I was saying, if somebody really wants a spot, of course they'll book. Another thing you should take in mind, I don't know if anybody does it. Is it important to have them? Is that how you know if people are serious? 100%. I would not book an event, and you never see any people who book events ever not do it without a deposit, because one, that's how you know people are serious. If I go and wait till people to pay the day before their picnics and then they don't want to, and then I lost a potential client who could because I saved that spot, it just wouldn't be fair to people, to anybody, to myself included. So keep that in mind as well when you're any type of business, whether it's event, you know, deposit is what kind of rules out people who are serious and not. And it happens all the time. Any business, people just ask because they want to know. Some people ask because they want to just know your prices, you know. Maybe it just happens. It's like that, you know. This bronzer, this is from I Heart Revolve. This is in the light contour palette, like the one that looks like, it looks like the knockoff version of the Too Faced chocolate palette, you know. And we're gonna be using this darker bronze shade, and we're gonna put that in the outer lid. And I love, it's like a trend lately where people use brown, so it's so pretty. Now for inventory, my boyfriend is like an organization whiz, bless his soul, and he keeps most of this inventory in his house, in his room. I don't have room in my house, honestly, to keep all of the inventory, and he has a little bit of a bigger space to work with, but he does keep it in his room. So keep in mind, it's not the biggest space to work with either. So I want you guys to keep that in mind, because I know a lot of people, when they start businesses, they might not have, you know, some, you know, I just, especially starting off, it's not worth the investment of getting a storage or getting anything like that. So you want to minimize your expenses, so just keep it in your house. I'm gonna link down below. We use these beautiful storage bins from Amazon. We used to keep the big bulky ones. We used to get them from Target, the big bulky plastic ones, and they were so bad to store stuff, because when it's bulky like that, where it's a very hollow, like not hollow but like deep, you would put stuff and then you would take something out and it would move around. No, he came up with this. He bought it from Amazon. It's like triangle, very long, but it also kind of has a little bit of deepness, where you could go ahead and put your plates, you could put your cups, you could put, literally I've been able to pack up an entire picnic into those things. We're gonna be using the e.l.f. eyebrow kit. It's a disaster. I love it. It's so good. And we're gonna go to my eyebrows next, but I'm actually just gonna be using it to do a wing liner. Very like kind of like smudgy. It doesn't have to be perfect. This creates such a beautiful effect on your eyes, especially if you want kind of like a foxy look. It doesn't have to be perfect, so if you don't know how to do wing liner, it's 100% okay. You could just play around with it and it looks still so nice. You could even like fluff it out. See, super cute. So as I was saying, and it's honestly awesome. So I'm suggesting, if you guys want to invest in some storage, it's not that expensive. I'm gonna link it down below. You guys are gonna love it. And honestly, it's the only way I organize actual storage. The other day we organized everything. We put all of our plates in one place, all of our cups in one place. We put all of our flowers in another place, and that way everything stays organized. I try to do it by themes, but now we have so many stuff that we mix and match that it doesn't work like that way. So it's better to just have, you know, certain types of household items for themselves. And we are almost finishing up. We are actually gonna go ahead and use this great lash to kind of just comb on my lashes. Not my lashes, oh my god, my eyebrow hairs. I have very thick eyebrows, you guys, and I just need to clean them out. They also get like powder in them, so before I do anything, it's very nice to just kind of clean them out. You know, like the darker they get when you take all of that out. They're also undone. I have to go get them done next week. So messy eyebrows are kind of the new thing now. Like soap brows, kind of stuff like that. So I'm not really so stressed. Oh my god, I used to always be so stressed when my eyebrows were like undone, and now it's like the trend. Times. That's how I stay organized. Besides that, you know, we have some inventory. We keep it all together in his room, in like the pillows. What I suggest you, of course, is I take the coverings out, and then I just put the what I do for pillows, I've seen some people like ask questions about it in the groups and stuff where they don't know what to do for pillows. Honestly, I don't know what to do for pillows either. I just keep them, we keep them stacked in a corner, and then the actual covers, we don't put them on them because it's just, first of all, we have too many covers, and also that would, you know, dust and stuff. I don't like that accumulating on anything. So just to let you guys know. Now we're gonna go ahead and add some highlight. We're actually gonna be using this same highlighter. It's so pretty and nice, and we're actually gonna put it on the inner corner as well. Let's actually add a little bit of some Milani setting spray and make that a very nice highlights. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, I would love to answer them. I mean, I try my best to explain how we stay organized. It's very hard to explain, you know, talking about it. Maybe I could do a kind of sit down video and I could show you my computer screen and the process of it. But honestly guys, if I want to say you need one tool in your business, it's very inexpensive. It's less than $10 a month. It's HoneyBooks. I think some people like say QuickBooks. I've never used QuickBooks. I know it's like an accounting tool. You could do your own accounting, like just keep all your receipts, especially if you get payments. I know people accept payments different ways. I only accept Zelle, so it's a lot easier for me to keep accountability of everything I do, and my expenses are also very easy to take care of. Oh, and there's also, let me tell you guys something else about organization. I found this tool on the App Store, and I will link it down below. It's awesome. It literally, you can literally take pictures of your inventory. You can sort them out by rugs, cups, pillows, all of that. And the reason I like it and the reason I think it's so cool is because you could put the quantity of the stuff that you have. And a big issue that me and Jose have when we do inventory is that we forget not what we have, but how much of it. So sometimes we underestimate our inventory. So it's very important that I'll link it below so you guys could get it. There's other apps that you have to pay. I think I paid $4, just a one-time fee type thing, and it's awesome, you guys. It really is, and I highly suggest it. If you have something, whether it's this or you just kind of need something to stay organized in your life, it is for lashes. This is not my favorite mascara, but it's the one I have on hand, and I'm not the type to use like multiple mascaras at a time, because one, mascaras, yes, you can use them for a long time, but sometimes they get dried out, and I'm not gonna do that. It's not like any other makeup. It's just I always have one mascara on hand. That's it. I have millions of everything else, but mascara. So we're gonna use this one. I love the Lash Paradise though. It's so awesome. So as I was saying, you guys, honestly, it's awesome to have a tool like that because you could just really count your inventory, know what you have. It's happened where we might forget what we have as an inventory and we buy it twice. So it saves you a lot of time, effort, and if I really want something, I could just search it on the app and I'll be like, hi, I'm looking for this, and then it tells me exactly, or in that subcategory, what I have that is, you know, very similar. So I highly suggest that. You'll save a lot of time, you'll probably save a lot of money, and it's $4. I mean, I'm not telling you this because I'm gonna get anything out of it. I'm telling you this because I want to help you, and I kind of needed something like that, and I wish we could have started it since the beginning of the business, because we would have known and, you know, saved yourself not my favorite liner or whatever, it's Rose, and we're just gonna kind of go over it a little bit just to give you a little bit of a touch of like some color on your lips, because it does have concealer. Blend so pretty. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I literally look completely different from when I started, but it is a very nice, natural, subtle makeup look. I honestly, this same look I could do in the morning when I'm not talking or anything. I could do it in literally like less than 10 minutes. So it's a very quick look, especially if you're looking for something for your work or even for a picnic. I mean, I wouldn't probably do the wing liner. It's not even really wing liner because it's brown. Because it's brown, so it doesn't look, it's not too concentrated, but I probably wouldn't do this for a picnic. I would just probably do everything but the eyes, and it lasts, you know, for me, it honestly lasts my entire picnics. It's a very good technique if you want it to last your entire picnic or whatever, especially when you greet clients. It's very nice to look presentable. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I honestly really hope you enjoyed watching the video. I hope I taught you guys something, or you learned something, at least something useful from this video. I hoped that somebody would have had a video like this when I first started off, organization tips, because you know, I kind of had to like ask and stuff, and it's very nice when people help you, so I want to give that back and help somebody else back and look for organization tips. So yeah, if you guys have any other type of video ideas, I would love to know what other type of video ideas you would like me to do. I really want to do a mukbang. I don't know if you guys like mukbangs, but I would love to know if you do, because I would love to do one for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you subscribed. I hope this video helps you out, and give it a thumbs up. And yeah,